We are now in aspect 7 of Tavani's chapter 5, our lecture 2, which is a discussion of privacy and cyber ethics. Here, we're going to get a sense of Tavani's analysis of his example. Importance of context will be brought to our attention, and we will be suggested that it is really abuse that is the real issue in data gathering and analysis, not those acts as such. So let us briefly look at Tavani's own analysis of the two examples that he offered. Tavani argues that context is what matters. He argues that the class teacher, the professor, was not morally justified in sharing students' addresses because the context in which they allowed for their addresses to be used was education in that class and no other, not the context of hiring, for the purpose of which the professor had passed their addresses along onto his colleague. Likewise, Tavani argues that the company that analyzed the loan applicant's data in light of other applicants was probably not morally justified in doing so. The context in which the applicant had offered her data was that the company examines that data as such, not for comparing it to all other applicants for emergent patterns. Thus, Tavani argues, privacy is violated without moral justification in both of these instances. Tavani's argument can be construed as either Kantian or rule utilitarian. No consent from the person in question is a violation of respect for autonomy. Likewise, a society in which the consent is not taken to be as inviolable is not likely to maximize the happiness of its members, as doing to citizens what they do not consent to is likely to result in many actions that decrease happiness directly, as well as raise anxiety levels among the citizens over the fear that they will be done that to which they do not consent to a very substantive degree. The issue with the utilitarian and Kantian worries about our loss of privacy due to computers, the internet, and other digital technologies seems to be the risk of abuse of data gathering and data analysis that cyber technology invites by companies and their employees, the government and its employees, hackers, etc. We will continue to examine some of these issues of abuse when we address the issue of cybersecurity in the next module. Meanwhile, perhaps we should view professional ethics for computer professionals as part of the attempt to prevent such abuses. Let us examine the professional ethics context next as one of the possible solutions to the problem of cyber threat to privacy.